I shit myself. Yeah, okay. That's what I did. That is what I did in public. I shit myself. So you don't have to stay until the end or watch more to figure out what the big mystery is. That is exactly what I did. And it was more than once. So if you're okay with that type of stuff, obviously I'm not going to be super gross about it, but I think it's really funny, then please stay so we can all figure out how I shit myself, when I shit myself, and why I shit myself. So if you're willing to stay for my shame, then please sit back, relax, watch me draw this commission, and let's get this over with. Okay, so the first incident was in elementary school. All I remember is that we were coming back from a field trip. I do not remember what happened at the field trip. I do not remember where we went or what we did, because it was all overshadowed by the incident. All I do remember is coming back. So, we were really little. I think it was about 3rd, 4th grade, maybe even 2nd grade. I have no idea. But we were walking into class, and how they had you go against the wall with your finger over your lips, telling you pretty much to be quiet, So I was there, we were against the wall, we were all gonna go to the bathroom before we went back into class and just did the usual thing. And then, I thought I'd let it a little toot. It was just a little toot, I thought. I didn't think much of it because I'm a little gassy, okay? I got problems, I have anxiety. I'm naturally more gassy than other people. It's a problem, and as you'll see throughout the rest of the stories, this problem never goes away. It still happens. But anyways, I toot a little. But the toot is a little thicker than a toot's supposed to be. So I freak out a little bit. And since I'm an introvert, I was just naturally more tired afterwards. That's just how I am. And it was a big day. There was a lot going on, field trip, So I was like, it's probably nothing. It wasn't nothing. It was actually far from nothing. I felt it. And so it was my turn to use the bathroom. I don't know why I did this. I don't know what was going through my mind. Nothing, apparently. I mean, nothing really goes to my mind in the first place, but at this moment, I swear to you, there was not a thought in my head. Because you guys can guess what I did. Guess. In the comments, guess. Because no one's gonna get it right. I thought it would be a great idea to check if I did poop myself in front of everyone. So what I did was, I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't go into a stall. Apparently I'm just stupid. I was just stupid. So I took the paper towels, I put some in my hand and I shoved them down my pants. Now, mind you, this is the entire classroom. Entire classroom is there, okay? And all I remember is while I was shoving the paper towels down my pants, I was making eye contact with this one kid. And whoever that kid is, I'm sorry, okay? I can't pay you financial compensation because I don't make that much. But I could give you a handshake, I suppose, but I guess that'd be a little traumatic since he saw what I was doing with my hands. But put it in my pants, took it out, and I checked it. While making eye contact with this poor kid, I checked if the paper towel had any remnants of my bodily fluids on it. And it did. And instead of realizing and going into a stall, I just threw it in the trash can. And then I did it again. I did it a few more times, actually, because I was like, I might as well get it out now. So I just kept wiping. The kid didn't move. I think he was too scared to move. And I don't know. I wish I had that confidence still, because I didn't care. I did it and I was out. No one said anything to me about that afterwards, though. No one said a thing. I don't know. That kid definitely remembers, though. If he doesn't, I wish I didn't either. Also unrelated, and this story wasn't me, I swear, but in 5th grade, I think, this kid pooped on the floor. Now I know that sounds like, oh, okay, he pooped on the floor, but no, you guys don't understand. No one saw him do it. Nobody saw him do it. So we were in the portables, and it started to smell really, really bad. And we were like, whoa, it smells a little funky in here. So let's go and open the doors. That did nothing. And then we were like, it smells really bad in here. I was talking to my friend, and then I looked to the right of me on the ground, and underneath a kid's seat was a piece of poop. He was sitting on the chair and it was underneath him. And no one knows how that poop got from out of his pants onto the floor, unless he grabbed it with his hands and put it there. When I was a kid, I was like, maybe his button was unzipped and he just pooped so aggressively it like flopped out. But you know what? I should be an engineer with that type of thinking because I'm a genius. My second experience was also on a field trip. Are you starting to see the pattern? So in middle school, I was a part of a certain program and we got to go to Catalina Island as a field trip because we're like in a quote-unquote special class. I'm not gonna give too much detail because I don't want anyone to be able to identify me. We went to Catalina Island and it was awful, actually. I only got along with one kid in this class, and I was kind of friends with my ex, but other than that, I really did not like anyone in that class at all. They were all like pretty mean and fake, and one of them made edgy jokes that I can't even say because they were that awful. And also he made fun of me for being a mixed kid. Hi, if you don't know, I'm mixed, and for some reason he really didn't like that, so he always made fun of me for it. I don't know why. It didn't bother me much because like people made games out of guessing my race when I was in elementary school, or like took off my glasses to see how small my eyes were. So honestly, I'm just used to it at this point. I just ignored him, but I'm still infuriated because mind your own business. Anyways, because I keep getting off topic, it was so windy, so wet, so cold, and so humid at the same time, and I did not like it. However, we did see deer. We were, oh my gosh, we were not even a foot away from like 5 deer. Me and my guy friend, let's just call him Guy. Me and Guy were sitting and we were just hanging out. You know, the rest of the class was doing something else. They were so beautiful, and it was like 5 of them just staring at us. That is the only good thing from this trip. I pooped myself on the last day of the trip, and I was done. I was so sick of it. To use the showers, we had a time limit, and because I'm stupid, I forgot sandals and I forgot a towel. So that was awful, and the floor was covered in bugs. And I have a huge phobia of bugs. It's not just like oh, they're scary. No. At work, there was a grasshopper that literally chased me, and I couldn't help a customer because I was starting to hyperventilate and I could not move. It is a genuine phobia. Thinking about them makes me so anxious. So I was feeling miserable. I didn't feel clean. There's so many bugs. And it was just awful, and it was so wet, and I don't like humidity. Now I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine being wet, cold, and dirty, walking along Catalina Island all by yourself, thinking, God, I can't do this anymore. I need to go home. And because you're alone, you think, you know what? I'm allowed a little toot, a little fart, a little poot even. And you do. Except this time, it is not a toot, nor a poot, and it did not make me have a hoot. No, I was filled with dread. I ran to the bathroom, you know, like a normal person. I ran to the bathroom this time, and I didn't wipe in front of other people or put toilet paper or paper towels in my pants like last time, thank God. But I ran to a bathroom, and great news, at that moment when I pooped myself, I also got my period. So all I'm saying is that it looked like a Picasso painting if Picasso had a lot more issues and not enough money to buy paint. So that's all I'm gonna say. It was awful. That was the second experience. Not awful, but, you know, no one knew. No one saw anything. So I'm perfectly fine with that. This third one, also nobody knew, but I knew. And it was a lot more recently than I would like to admit. I have a girlfriend that I love. I've been with her for about 5 years, so yeah, I love her. But anyways, her family invited me to go to Puerto Rico with them, and it was okay. Puerto Rico is beautiful. The architecture there makes me so happy. It makes my little brain scream. It was just gorgeous. Also, their McDonald's is amazing. I did not want to, like, I wanted to eat there more than other restaurants because I was not used to McDonald's being so good. Like, it was fresh, dude. It was amazing. I loved it. But that's not the point of this. Maybe that might be one reason as to why I had awful problems in the end, because I had a lot from that McDonald's. Like, a lot more than I should have. But hey, you know what? Whatever. Now, to give you some context, I did not poop at all throughout this, I think, 4-day trip. I didn't poop at all. I barely even peed. Her family makes me very, very nervous, and I don't really like them that much, so I just really did not feel comfortable using the bathroom around them, especially because there was 2 bathrooms, but one bathroom was for the grandparents' room. So obviously I did not want to use that one for personal reasons against the grandparents, but anyways, there was pretty much only one for all these people. There was about 10 people there, and my poops are quick, but I poop and then I need a resting period. I worked out so hard that I just need a second to sit down and just to breathe. I can't do that around her family because there's also 2 kids, her 2 little siblings, but one of them is a baby, so yeah, she couldn't use the toilet, but she had a younger sibling, and then she also had her dad and her mom and her aunt and her uncle and her. So literally I felt like I had no time to use the bathroom like that. Warning, never do this, okay? Take the embarrassment of pooping in front of your significant other's family, because what happened to me probably is really bad health-wise. Really bad health-wise. Super bad health-wise. I'm just gonna point out how bad it is to hold in your poop for more than 2 days. Because let me tell you, and TMI warning, I don't care. I only pooped liquid for 2 days. Non-stop. Like, I pretty much lived on that toilet for 2 days because I was too dumb and too embarrassed to poop in Puerto Rico. I think we can all acknowledge that I don't have a good track record with field trips or just leaving my house, so I was really nervous the whole time that I was gonna poop myself. And my girlfriend knows about this. I'm very open about this stuff. I don't really care. I have 4 brothers, you know. I'm used to the jokes. I told her, hey, I am so sorry if I poop myself on this trip, because you know I have a track record, and I know I have a track record. And me leaving my house usually is a sign of disaster. She laughed it off. I cried a little inside because I was not joking, and she kind of thought I was. But I was doing good. I was like, yeah, I didn't poop at all. Now my pants are clean. And this is when we were coming back. So this is leaving Puerto Rico, coming back home. And I felt it a little in my gut when we were on the plane, because we had to take, I think, like 2 planes. First plane, I was like, oh God. After the second plane, I was not doing well. So another TMI type story related to this, because I don't care. We were at another airport that was kind of like a layover, I think, and I really had to use the bathroom. So I rushed to the bathroom. My girlfriend came with me, and this bathroom was full. There was a very long line. So when it was my turn, I sat on the toilet and I did have to poop. So, okay, what I tried to do is, I knew that it wouldn't be quiet. You know that feeling when your instincts tell you that this is not going to be quiet and that you will have to try and silence it? Yeah, that's what it was like. However, I was at a point where I couldn't do anything to silence it. So instead, I tried to time it with the flushes. But the thing is, my body hates me, and the universe has a vendetta against me. So my poop sounds were always delayed by at least 2 to 3 seconds. So you'd hear a flush and then a fart. A flush and then a fart. And let me tell you, this went on for a good, 5 to 6 minutes. I missed it every single time. And my girlfriend was having the time of her life. She was cracking up in the stall next to me. I thought it was funny too. I'm kind of at a point where I don't really care what people think about me like that, because you know what, we've all had those days. I have those days more than I'd like to admit, but we all do have those days. And after I was done, I was like, okay, I'm good. I got this. I flushed, I washed my hands for a really long time, and then we got some food because we had to wait for the next flight. Hey, have I mentioned that I'm stupid? Because I did have McDonald's and Wendy's at the airport food court. That went as well as you think it would, and I'm pretty sure it led to the disaster of when we came home. The final flight of when we were going back home. This one was only about 45 minutes. It was just a 45-minute flight. I was like, we can make it, we can make it. My stomach was killing me the whole time on that flight, okay? And plus the hauling around in heavy luggage, having a crying baby, and then there's like a bunch of people. It was very hectic, especially because I have anxiety, as I mentioned. So my stomach, when I get really anxious, I get cramps in my stomach. So that obviously didn't help with anything. I wish I was constipated. I was not. It was the opposite, actually. Eventually, we make it to the car. Well, everyone else makes it to the car. But this is when it happens. I again think, what if I let a little toot, you know? I thought I was safe because I used the bathroom at the previous place. Nope. No, I was not. I feel like I should just learn, and it happened again, as you can suspect. And it was awful because we had a pretty long drive home, and I stayed with her, my girlfriend, just so you guys know, for the next 2 days. So I ended up pooping in front of her family anyways. So I don't really know why I was holding it that whole time if I was staying at her house for 2 days and pooping in their bathrooms the whole time anyways. So after I realized that it's happened again, I freak out. I don't know if I should tell my girlfriend. I don't know if I should tell somebody. So I just keep walking to the car, wondering what I did to deserve this, how we got here, what does this mean? So finally, we get to the car and I have to sit down inside of the car, but I am so scared that like something's gonna happen and that I'm gonna sit down and it's gonna come out of my button, you know, out of my zipper and go everywhere, because that's what I thought happened to the kid in my elementary class. I decided not to tell my girlfriend yet. I'm like, you know what? This can wait. So instead I take a jacket and I wrap it around my waist and I sit on it. But I kind of like have my posture up and my cheeks are clenched and I just like do not move or get comfortable at all, because once I get comfortable, everyone's gonna get uncomfortable. I instead just sit there and wait. Hell was this car, because I decided to get Little Caesars. So I had to sit in that car longer. And by the way, I do eat the Little Caesars. When we get home, I do eat the Little Caesars after I make my girlfriend's toilet explode. I have like probably 7 slices. I hope you guys are seeing a pattern. I really hope you guys are seeing a pattern, because I'm actually traveling soon. So if I have a part 2, I'll let you know. But finally, when we get home, I tell her, I'm like, babe, I think I shit myself. She laughs because she's cruel and the world isn't fair. And I just kind of sit there. And that whole time, I was either sleeping or using the bathroom, because using the bathroom was so exhausting that I had to take a nap. You know, plus also time zones. But I blame it on all the effort I put into using that bathroom, okay? That's all I'm saying. And yeah, those are my stories and that was my video. I hope you enjoyed, and I really hope that hearing all this made you feel better about yourself in any type of way, and I hope it teaches you that I will continue to make bad decisions, especially when it comes to food, because I have no self-control. If you enjoyed and want to see more of my future content that I'm really hoping to make, then please subscribe, like, and follow my socials and stuff. I'll put my links down below, and my commissions are open if anyone's interested in that. What I'm drawing in this video actually is a commission for one of my lovely mutuals. I'll link him as well because he deserves to be seen. So here's his drawing. Beautiful, gorgeous, perfect. And then here's mine. I think I did his character justice, and if you think so too, then please check out all my links. Bye!